Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, and thanks a lot for joining me. Once again, my name is Charles with Bartholomew Enterprises Commercial Funding Source. What I want to touch on today really is a sort of a broad subject. I'm getting a lot of questions on exactly what industries does Bartholomew Enterprises Commercial Funding Source fund. Okay, we are pretty much funding, and I shouldn't say pretty much funding, we are funding just about all industries, but I'm going to be a little bit more specific. So without further ado, let me go ahead and just jump right in here. The industries that we are currently funding right now is going to be your restaurants, your chain restaurants, also your startup restaurants, mainly if real estate is involved. And I want you to keep that in mind. The deal is a lot more attractive when real estate is involved. However, on the flip side of that, if it's a business acquisition, meaning if you're just purchasing the business, let's just say such as a Dairy Queen, a Dunkin' Donuts, and you're not purchasing real estate, we are still funding those particular projects as well. If you need some working capital, if you need some equipment, we're funding all of the above when it comes to the restaurants. Your hotels, your flag hotels and your non-flag hotels. For those of you that are not familiar, when I say flag, like your Marriott, your Days Inn, your Ritz, things of that nature, and maybe your non-flag hotels as well, we are also funding those when it comes to your purchase or your refinance. Okay, your gas stations. Gas stations are a big one. I'm getting a lot of phone calls in regards to the gas station market because a lot of my clients, a lot of my customers are saying, well, Mr. Bartholomew, we can't find anybody to fund those deals. We are actually doing those deals, and we are aggressively lending on those deals. Your warehouses, your distributions, your warehouse and your distribution companies. To be more specific, I have a client that's a distributor. She sells shoes to your major department stores, Bloomingdale, Saks Fifth, so on and so forth. Those type of distributors and those type of warehouses, we are actually funding as well. Your assisted living facilities, we're funding those. And we are very aggressive, I should add, as well on the assisted facilities. Your other professions is going to be your doctors, any type of doctor's office, from soup to nuts, all the way from your dentist to your neurosurgeons. We're funding those. Even if the doctor just needs equipment, let's just say the doctor just finished up his or her residency and they're ready to start their own practice. Absolutely, we're funding that all day long. Let's just say they were working for a particular hospital and they're ready to open up their own practice. We're funding that all day long as well. We're also doing construction loans. We're doing land loans. As I stated earlier, we're doing equipment loans. We're also funding mobile parks, which some of you may find that kind of hard to believe, but we are. Now let me just tell you real quick what the key is to this. Bartholomew Enterprises, we have an excellent relationship with all of these funding sources, and we know exactly where to place that particular project. We're not going to place a project, let's just say for example a gas station, with a funding source that only funds restaurants. It just doesn't make sense. What we do is we place that particular deal with the expert on gas stations, so they know the amount of pumps, they know the amount of gallons, they know everything from soup to nuts because they have over 40 years of experience of funding gas stations. So it makes that funding process a lot easier. And that's the reason why we're able to place that deal and size that deal up in a short period of time. We range anywhere from $50,000 all the way up into the billions, because we also deal with a hedge fund that funds all the way up into the billions as well. I want you to keep in mind, when it involves real estate, the deal is a lot easier and it's a lot more attractive. I'm not saying that if you're just doing a business acquisition, we're not funding those. We are funding those, but I want to make it very clear when real estate is involved, it's a lot easier. So, with that being said, let's see what else did we have to cover here. I think that should be it. So I just want to throw that little tad bit of information out there, and even if I did not mention the project, I want you to keep in mind, still give us a call, 404-419-2119, or you can go to our website, www.bartholomewenterprises.com. Once again, the phone number is 404-419-2119. Thanks a lot for tuning in, my friends. Once again, my name is Charles with Bartholomew Enterprises, and we would love to assist you in your commercial real estate funding needs, and please give us a call. Once again, that's 404-419-2119. Until next time, my friends, ciao.